We are the Group 1 and we are here to present the importance of system backups and recovery. Introduction. What is backup? A backup is a copy of your data that you can use to restore your files in the event that they are lost, damaged, or deleted. Backups are important because they can help you recover from data loss caused by a variety of issues, including hardware failure, software bugs, accidental deletion, and natural disasters. There are many different ways to create backups, including using local storage devices, cloud based services, and specialized backup software. Next is, what is restore? It is to restore something means to return it to its original state or condition. In the context of computing, restore often refers to the process of using a backup to recover data that has been lost, damaged, or deleted. This can be done by copying the data from the backup storage location to the original location on the computer or device. For example, if you have a backup of your personal files and your hard drive fails, you can use the backup to restore your files to a new hard drive or to a different device. Restore can also refer to the process of rolling back software or a system to a previous state, such as restoring a previous version of an operating system or a system configuration.
Why is it important to back up? Backing up your data is important because it helps protect you against the loss of important files due to hardware failures, accidental deletion, and other unforeseen events. When you have backup of your data, you can easily recover your files and get back to work in the event of an emergency. Here are the top 3 reasons why is it important to back up your files. 1. To protect against hardware failure. 2. To protect against accidental deletion. 3. To protect against ransomware attacks.
Which files should be backed up? OS binaries are the executables that make up the operating system and are necessary for the system to function. These should be backed up to ensure that you can restore the system in the event of failure. Applications are programs that are installed on the system and are used to perform various tasks. These should also be backed up to ensure that you can restore them in the event of a system failure or if you need to reinstall the operating system. Configuration files contain settings and preferences for the operating system and applications. These should be backed up to ensure that you can restore them if you need to reinstall the operating system or applications. User files are files that are created or used by users of the system, such as documents, photos, and music. These should be backed up to ensure that they are not lost in the event of a system failure or other disaster. Log files are files that contain records of system and application activity. This can be useful for troubleshooting and should be backed up to ensure that you have access to them if needed.
Generally, full backups of everything are the easiest to manage, but backup of system file is creating extra work for yourself. It is generally recommended to regularly backup important or irreplaceable files to protect against data loss. This can provide peace of mind and ensure that you have a complete copy of your system. However, backing up system files can be time consuming because they may have be large and frequency changing, possibly pull damp when installed, then again after patch and upgrades. It is recommended to perform full backups of your system when it is first installed and after any patch or upgrades are applied. This will ensure that you have a complete, up-to-date copy of your system and can help ensure that it is in a stable, working state. Full backup can also be useful for restoring the system in case of a failure or other issue.
Banking up just user files may not be enough to protect your system because it does not include the OS binaries, application, and configuration. Files not as necessary for the system to function. These files are important because they contain the instruction and settings the system needs to operate, and they are not necessarily stored in the same location as user files. Shall dump the log files and configuration information. It is generally a good idea to include log files and configuration information in your backup to ensure that you have complete and current copy of the system. These files can contain valuable information that can help you troubleshoot issue and restore the system to the specific state or configuration.
How often should backups be performed? The repetition of backups should be determined based on the amount of data being backed up, the rate at which it changes, the level of risk that is acceptable in the event of data loss. Here are some general guidelines for determining how often to perform backups. First, if you have a small amount of data that does not change frequently, you may be able to perform backups on a monthly or even yearly basis. If you have a moderate amount of data that changes occasionally, you may want to perform backups on a weekly or bi-weekly basis. If you have a large number of data that changes frequently, you may perform backups on a daily or even hourly basis. In general, it is a good idea to perform backups as often as necessary to ensure that you have a current and complete copy of your data.
Need to determine what level of data loss is acceptable. In order to determine how often to perform backups, it is important to consider what level of data loss is acceptable. This involves weighting the cost and effort of performing backup against the potential consequences of data loss. There are a few factors to consider when determining what level of data loss is acceptable. The value of the data. If the data is being backed up is highly valuable or irreplaceable, you may want to perform backups more frequently to minimize the risk of data loss. The consequences of data loss. If data loss would have serious consequences, for example, financial loss, legal issues, reputational damage, you may want to perform backups more frequently to minimize the risk. The effort and cost of performing backups. If the cost and effort of performing backups is high, you may be willing to accept a higher risk of level in order to minimize the cost and effort.
The level of data loss that is acceptable may vary depending on the type of organization and the nature of its business. Here are some examples of how different types of organization might consider the acceptable level of data loss. Web sales. If an organization relies on web sales for its income, it may need to perform very fine-grained backups in order to minimize the risk of data loss. This is because any disruption to the web sales process could have serious financial consequence. Banking insurance. These types of organization handle sensitive financial and personal information and may also need to perform very fine-grained backups in order to minimize the risk of data loss. Research and development. An organization that conducts research and development may be able to accept a higher level of risk and may be able to perform backups with a fine to medium grain.
University. University may be also to accept a higher level of risk and may be able to perform backup with a medium grain. Mom and pop. A small business or a mom and pop shop may be able to accept a higher level of risk and may be able to perform backup with a coarse grain. In summary, the appropriate frequency for backing up data will depend on specific needs and circumstances of each organization, including the value of the data, the consequences of data loss, and the cost and effort of performing backup. It is important to carefully consider these factors in order to determine the best backup strategy.